please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
But Dilip, I also want to talk to you about this big OMC rally that's playing out today. It's across the board, including some of the non-nifty stocks like an MRPL. What do you think has triggered this? Is it just a valuation play people are now taking, something else? And your thoughts?
I think, of course, the fact that the valuations had come up quite a bit is also playing its part at the moment. And at the same time, people are realizing that though we are running into an election year, I think the way the prices of some of these basic items, petrol, diesel, they are all going up. I think people are realizing that they too have a pricing power. The only question still remains is whether they will continue to have that secular pricing power when we come closer to the election. That still remains a very contentious and apprehensive issue in the minds of the people. But yes, I think the valuations do support the OMCs at the moment. But slightly on a macro front, I think it will still be a sell on the rise for some of these OMC stocks, because we all realize that as we run into that election year, closer to that, we'll still feel the heat that they may not have the luxury of increasing the prices, and somewhere the profitability could get hit, and even the cash flows, which otherwise were working out so well for them, could also take a back step.
Dilip, the other interesting stock over the last few days has been United Spirits. Of course, there's the ethanol price hike, which is hurting sentiment. But it's been a rather swift and brutal correction on the stock. Are you buying it? Are you telling your clients to buy it here?
Well, I think United Spirits is a stock which possibly can get these kind of knee-jerk reactions. But I think slightly on a longer-term basis, this is a stock which can really give very good and very solid returns. I think overall, the mix, the blend, and the growth will still continue to be strongly in favor of this company. And more important, I think they're managing the cash flows very well. So I think all said and done, I think every correction should be looked upon as an opportunity for one to buy the stock.
Okay, some more stocks on the move. Jubilant FoodWorks is climbing to the day's high, 1.5% up on that stock. Adani Enterprises is making a bit of a move as well. We've got about a 2% gain on Adani Enterprises, just off the highs of the day. Those are some of the other stocks that are flying around. Dilip, what are you doing with some of these high-flying consumer names? Because after the longest time ever, the market's given a correction almost 6% to 10, 12% in some of the big names as well. What part of consumer are you buying now?
So, well, I think in the consumer, we really like the core ITC very much. We like even the retail story very much, whether it's Future, DMart. The retail story also is playing out very well in the consumer sector. I think some of these names possibly will see a good volume growth. And then I think in spite and despite the fact that these valuations are pretty exorbitant and not cheap, they still will continue to find favor, because we are in that kind of a market where possibly the investment will gravitate more towards a quality name and also for safety. So some of these factors will always define the so-called exorbitant valuation. And I think some of these names, as what I said, really appears to be quite good.
Dilip, okay, so again, evergreen stocks, I guess, something like a TCS, but within IT, given this rupee scenario and the tailwind that we're speaking of, what is your large cap pecking order in IT?
So I think in the large cap, we still like TCS. I think Infosys also looks pretty good. Tech Mahindra also is another stock that one can keep it on the radar. The entire story about this IT still remains is that structurally and on a secular basis, whether the stories have really improved, it is definitely no. But I think looking at the overall business equation plus the tailwind that you just spoke about makes IT and even to a great extent even pharma companies, somewhat very comfortable in terms of buying, especially in the current environment.